Step number 3, choose your path. Now that you have a picture of where you stand and some ideas about where you want to go, it's helpful to choose a budgeting path that best suits you. The beauty of a budget is that you control where your money is going, and it's not to deprive you of the things you like to enjoy. You simply need to budget for the things you like to enjoy every month, and if they exceed your monthly income, then you need to create an additional income stream to enjoy your pleasures. The 2 popular budgeting methods are the zero-based budgeting plan and the 30-30-30 budget plan. The zero-based budget plan. Some people like using the zero-based budget, which simply means that each month you set up your spending to zero out each of the expenditures you have. When using the zero-based budgeting method, the key is to put every dollar to work. Instead of waiting to see what is left to save after you get paid, pay yourself first 10% of your earned income to invest and multiply your wealth. That is your top priority. Before you pay anybody else, pay yourself first, and then settle your expenses, and you can monitor the progress of your wealth on a monthly basis. The 30-30-30 budget plan. Other folks like dividing their income into percentages that are designated for our monthly expenses. I like to call this budget the Grandpa Rogers budget, which states that 30% of your money is for household needs like mortgage, utilities, and food. Another 30% is for debt payments, savings, and investing, and the final 30% of your income is used for all your wants. Wants are defined as anything outside of a basic need. For example, having a beer or getting carry-out food multiple times during the week is what the final 30% is reserved for. This style of budgeting is designed for those people who yearn for balance in every aspect of their life. This budget also leaves room for you to pay yourself 10% out of your monthly income to establish your wealth. Implementing a zero-based budget plan. Write down your monthly income. Only include income you can count on in this figure, such as your paycheck, second job, rental income, and so forth. If it's cash flowing, then you want to count it. Write down your monthly expenses. Include everything. Include investments, phone bill, mortgage, food, shelter, gym membership, everything. It's best to list all the needs first, and then list the items you want in order of importance going down the list. Write down seasonal expenses. For those of us who indulge in the seasonal festivities, a challenge when using zero-based budgeting is that sometimes one might forget holiday expenses and forget to take a monthly amount out to pay that expense. Having that security of an emergency fund can be your saving grace if you're buying gifts and emergencies happen during this time. Subtract your expenses from your income. When you are done and subtract your expenses from your income, it should equal 0. If your expenses are more than your income, you'll have to start cutting some of the expenses or make more money. If you have more money than your expenses, then dedicate that to eliminating your debt. Track your spending every month. Don't leave everything up to chance or memory. Track your spending every single month and every single day to make sure you don't overspend or add debt. That includes if you buy a pack of gum or put change in the parking meter. All money and expenses need to be accounted for if this is going to work. As I mentioned before, it's imperative to write down your plans and actions and not rely on your memory alone. Without proper tracking of spending, a small expense like a daily coffee can add up to thousands of dollars by the end of the year. The drawbacks of the zero-based budget are that it requires a lot of monitoring and thought every month because you need to start over every month with a new plan based on the amount of income, expenses, and emergencies that may arise. The zero-based budget plan can be overwhelming for some people, but it works best if you have a lower income. Implementing a 30-30-30 budget plan. Add up your living expenses. Include only the essential items you need each month to live. For example, shelter, food, utilities, healthcare, and car payments. You should never pay more than half of your monthly income to pay for these needed items. An ideal range to strive for is no more than 30% of your monthly income. Add your debt, savings, and investments. 30% of your budget should go to your financial goals like your emergency fund, retirement, investment accounts, and also paying down consumer debt. Set up your discretionary spending. The remaining 30% of your budget is for your wants. For example, if you want to spend a weekend in an expensive Airbnb, some of the discretionary money can go to that. Plus, of course, anything else that is non-necessity. That's the beauty of it. You are allowing yourself to enjoy the things you love with a reasonable amount of your income being used. When setting up the 30-30-30 budget plan, one thing that becomes clear is that you don't have to think about the budget all the time. You know that you have a set dollar amount every month for your discretionary spending, and the rest is automated, so you don't have to review it constantly. The plan you choose will be the one that works for you in a way that you understand and enjoy. If you don't like the budget, you won't commit to it, and that's a waste of time, so make it fit your life comfortably. It's important to know what money is going out, where it's going, and why it's going there. You can sustain your financial progress if your income is structured within a budget. If you feel like 30% is too much of a percentage for a certain area and not enough for another, feel free to adjust as you please. This is your budget, and it should be created in a way that can easily be applied to your life.